Right. Good evening. Welcome. We have yet another brackets match, round of 48 for the Casual Boost tournament. Really kicking off strong this week. Got a heck of a matchup. We have Specks, yes, the Specks of SpecyClip versus sk00pula. Already asking about boots. Hopefully he will check his inventory. Should be quite exciting for game one, and of course I am joined by Ravis, who is also in the round of 648 himself. How's it going, sir?
Yeah, I'm good. Actually, top 32 already, since I had that lucky buy race gone my way too. But yeah, these guys are serious contenders for like going deep in the tournament, like long-standing runners. Spec's actually not too long, but had a great development over the time he's been here, and I think this is gonna be a fun race.
Oh yeah. I think sk00pula also has dabbled in like other randomizers as well. They seem to play SMC3 for quite a bit. Yeah, also certainly been in the community for a bit. And yeah, as you said, Specs probably a little bit has a fewer years, I guess, like in this community under his belt. But did he kind of take this community by storm? I believe it was actually in Casual Boost, maybe not last year, but the year before.
Yeah, could be.
It was when he discovers SpecyClip, and the admins at the time were like, you know what, it's experimental. We're gonna allow it, and here we are. I cannot wait.
Later, right?
See. Yeah, exactly. I cannot wait to see. By the way, Specs doing SpecyClip. Always a treat to see the original. Going after. We have a lamp already.
Like you can somewhat get the you can somewhat get the imagination of the first time it worked for him, right? Like the moment is like, oh, that bomb placement worked with that hook, and I found something. You know, we can we can only imagine like how he felt in that moment. But we get a map check, and it's Pen and Desert and
map. We have two map checks.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's okay.
Well, at least that's good for the comparison for Escape. So.
That is true. That is true. I cannot deny that. I'm maybe a bit surprised to see such an early map check. Wait, what did we say? Red Pendant Desert, right? It looks like red crystal hair.
Yes, and red. Yes, exactly.
Okay, perfect. All right, well, I will most likely just resign myself to going to desert ever. No problem. Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see how fast-paced these guys can be in Escape. Usually one of the earlier hallmarks, not necessarily indicators of how well you're going to do Escape, but it's kind of nice because everything is pretty standard. We have to do literally everything, of course, in Escape. Can't really skip too many things. So nice benchmark, of course, is sub 5. That is when pretty much everything goes your way. You have very clean execution.
Yeah, having that map check done is like makes it almost impossible, but like we artificially would take a 501 to definitely a sub 5 here.
Yeah, part of the map check is not part of the clean execution that has been described, because there are no map checks when you're trying to defeat enemies. All right, like you do not need to know where the dungeon boss is. I believe at this point these guys are probably already know. And if you couldn't, the rooms are linear enough that I think you can probably figure it out. Ooh, Specs getting a nice little drop.
Yeah, we have a lot of bombs dropped here on Scoop's side. He already got the 4 bomb.
Yeah, the bomb prospect is really nice. Technically, yes, it does count kind of against the clean execution time, but probably in this case, worth it for the long run. Is extra bombs are kind of nice. You need 3 to full clear cap.
Nice ball and chain here by Specks. Yeah. 8 clean strikes.
Yeah. Dude, which one's which? I'm seeing double. It's the ball and chain guard versus the ball and chain guard.
Show him who's the real guy.
That's true. Ever have it could be a horror movie though, right? You see like instead of like the good guy winning, it's the evil twin that actually wins. I don't know. I mean, how do you know?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you did see also Specs, not Specs, sk00pula also doing a maybe like lesser seen one pot strat. Usually, again, like a lot of players, especially with maybe more familiarity with, like, let's say running NMG or just ball and chain in general, they like to do A slash. But Specs certainly makes it look very easy. It's very easy. It's very easy to try and just basically spam the B button, but it's actually like quite rhythmic in timing. So
Yeah, and it's like knowing your distance to ball and chain, so even if the attack comes, it's not gonna hit you and stuff, and how you react if it's gonna clink at some point. That can sometimes happen. Also, Specks did like when he entered the room, he dashed bottom and then to the right, like at the very bottom of the screen, right? Which takes away one, hit that you could make if you like go right earlier. But positionally, the ball and chain will be closer to the Bicky door, so picking up the Bicky later from the right side of the room is slower than taking the a little bit more time to like line up from the bottom. That's why Specks did it from the bottom, and Scoop did the pot strat. But anyway, looking like a clean escape here for Specks so far. Alright, back of escape. 20 rupees, 20 rupees, and 300 rupees. Alright, we're stuck with money, yeah.
Yeah.
In casual, did we see the map?
We did see the map. It was in the Boomerang Guard chest.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're definitely going to be opening Sank. I guess they don't technically have to, but I think I've seen everybody, even if they are like 99% sure it's the map, they'll still open it because it can be kind of bad if you accidentally forget to open it. But in this case, it doesn't hurt them.
So I don't remember how long the map check was on Spec's side. He had after screen transition 504. At least that's where I cut. It could be close to sub 5 at least. Maybe.
Oh yeah. Looks friendly, very good. And of course, if you like go out of your way a little bit to go get a drop, can certainly hurt against your time. Nice boots, quote unquote, in Bonk Crux. That's our boots replacement. Not logically, of course, but it's kind of funny to see that.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, since we have so many AGA items already, obviously we're going to check this lumberjack right here. And it's obviously nothing.
Yeah. It's Schrodinger's tree. Like, if you don't check it, it's just gonna screw you over. Like, there's gonna be some like mirror or like hammer on there or something, and then if you check it, it's always gonna be just junk.
Yeah, it's crazy to me how Scoop is on 9 bombs. Okay, and now Specks is at least on 4. But like Scoop did a lot of like time investment into getting enough bombs, even from the tree pole as well.
Yeah, actually, it looks like he's even killing some extra things. You even saw him farming checking out the rupee crab. There was only 1 rupee, so not gonna care about it. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, thinking ahead, potentially seeing some 20s there, and then having, enough money for a potential Zora check early.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Especially in casual boots. Now, having early money is really nice, just because, like, part of the, let's say, standard quote-unquote route is, we're seeing both of these guys do go to Lost Woods, and then go to Village, and then go to South Shore, and then hopefully at that point you scratched up enough cash for Zora, they can just do water walking, and it's very fast. Ooh, we might take a detour though, because we do have a Crystal Eastern. Maybe we want to go there instead?
No, I think we have the money, and we got another 300 here, so I think we're just gonna go South Shore. Like, you might as well wait potentially for a hammer on Mir in Mini Moldon Cave or something. Like, I don't think we're gonna go Eastern early here.
Yeah, that early lamp, by the way, is a little suspicious to me. I really didn't expect to see Link's house.
The bow also plays a role in there, right? Like, like bow is mostly an indicator for port more than Eastern, right? Like, it's rather that.
Okay. We did see. What did we see? We saw a.
We saw flippers for sure.
Flippers, right? That was the thing. I was like, I swear we saw something blue, and it's not bombs.
Yeah, so good thing we have the money already. No need to worry about can I pay Zora or not. That's already taken care of.
Yeah, and of course we also have enough for bottle vendor money, and also honestly enough for pod money. If we do Village Valcast, we can have enough for dig game and chess game. We have both males apparently. Mirror,
Yeah.
please. I don't want to go to.
And yeah,
I don't want to go to pod with red mail.
I
And no
think this
mirror.
is one of the classic like casual boots openings. Like, it looks like it's gonna be an Aga seed. You have flippers, you have enough money. You're probably gonna do South Shore. You can do Eastern before, but potentially not that important in what order you do it. But you know, mostly we'll probably see both runners going South Shore first, since we have like more or less nothing that can make it faster, besides potentially a flute. And for Eastern, like we would welcome a hook shot, for example, to go to map chess or something faster. So there are more reasons to like go South Shore first. And you know, this looking like an Aga seed already a little bit makes me think that's what's going to happen on both sides.
Okay, so does the flippers like paradoxically like slow you down? Because like what we like to do is we want to water walk outside of Ice Rod Cave, right? Or water run, I guess. But then like
Yeah.
when you start hitting the water, like now you flippers or you swim.
Yeah, no, I think the in this case, like it's incentivized to like go hobo then simply, and you know,
Okay.
with this loadout right now, like you kind of want to make sure also that you're not going to be fumbled into an, you know, potential not Aga seat by like, you know, missing a glove on hobo or something. So it's I think a good excuse to say I go to hobo because I can draw the full potential out of my water walk right here, because as you said, like the water walk will be cancelled the moment you go to shallow water, and then you know, it's a little bit wasted.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Some nice goodies here in Mini Moldorm Cave. I just especially spied this this half magic. Always really great to see. I also do enjoy a little bit of the bow mini Moldorms. They're kind of like mini Lamboses, if we think about it.
Yeah.
Since they're actually can hit. But yeah, some pretty good aiming on both sides.
All right. So yeah, this will be a little bit of like
This
the
is
same. Like it feels a little bit like an MG race right now. Like both runners going the
Almost,
same
yeah.
ways.
Although I gotta say though, that was like the pinkest ice rod cave I think I've ever
Yeah.
seen. It was like almost like Barbie pink. Not what I was expecting out of this palette shuffle.
All right, Specks checking the island. Another 300 rupos. And yeah, Specks using that water walk to full extent,
yeah.
going to hobo here. That makes sense.
Yeah, you see him kind of trying to avoid that shallow water, as you said before, so we can actually just take the full advantage of this. We have just cash upon cash, apparently. This is just what our life is. I mean, I don't mind, especially if this is a real life scenario. Someone just, you know, keeps giving me money. But I'm not sure for this game, we might have, there might not be enough things for us to buy after a certain point.
Oh, Scoop actually saving quitting.
Ooh, okay. Divergence.
Oh, wait. It could be just going from here, I guess.
Slightly less divergence.
No, we're going
no,
east.
we're going eastern and
All right.
Saba.
Give him a mirror and he has a chance to later, you know, do it with Catfish together, potentially. But, you know,
Yes.
that's more hypothetical in here.
I've definitely heard many runners eager can't hold them back from rushing Catfish. That's correct.
Master Sword. I mean,
My Aga senses are tingling.
yeah, Moon Pearl more or less is, you know, is more or less the go time for like Aga. Unless, I mean, you know, there's still only Pod right now that we can do more or less. So it's really not that enticing. I could see like one or maybe even both, like even checking Agina before going Aga just to see if there's maybe a hookshot or something.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. Yeah,
and either a hammer or a glove, like that's, you know, not too fun.
Yeah, as you said, right now, like even if we do Aga, we don't have a pearl, which I guess it can be on Pyramid Ledge. That's certainly valid. But maybe not Ash after that, and then okay, we can go to Pod without a hammer. It's like we don't really have a lot of stuff to go do. Was there Power Rangers in Germany, Ravis? Like the TV show? It was very big here. Yeah, it was, like, was there like Power Rangers, like the TV show in Germany? Did that ever get like?
We had Power Rangers, obviously.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it was very, very popular here. So I'm just wondering if we had like the same.
Yeah.
You know. if I start making like Power Ranger jokes, you know, maybe.
Okay.
I won't be alone in this. Alright, but yeah, sk00pula is gonna have a little bit more of a lead just because, he had skipped the Zora area. You'll probably have to eventually go back there. I think it's pointed out that, there was Samaria that Specks had found in Waterfall. We do know one pendant already.
I fully expect, like, at the moment, like, I think the Zora area is not gonna be something that Scoop is gonna leave entirely, like... For now, it looks like anyway we have to do Aiga at some point, but even if like we get suddenly like Darkwood access out of nowhere, I think he's gonna be earlier back than he wants to. Because like when you want to go ice, like there's no reason to just use the whirlpool and check at least what's in Waterfall Cave, and then he gets the cane.
Yeah. That's very true. I guess like hopefully like he's not necessarily waiting for it to go to say like I'll go to Ice Palace when I have the cane and then I'll do Waterfall with it, as opposed to. Like we'll do Waterfall because that's kind of a no-go.
Yeah, for sure. No, for sure. Like, but like these 4 checks are rather quick, like together in one area, right? And
yeah, that's true.
Like, if you can combine it with Carefish, even better. Although we don't want to go there, but still, right? Like, I don't know. I think he's gonna rather be early there back.
Yeah. Right. Even for some reason, sk00pula decides to not check Zora himself or Zora Ledge because it's longer. If he only literally does Waterfall, that's good enough. Okay, looks like we have to have a vanilla big key, so no gambling today, or see if you can press your luck. I've assumed they didn't have that game show in Germany, right? There was a very old game show called Press Your Luck, and it's like, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. I don't know if you also had that.
Wouldn't be surprised if there was a similar one, but it doesn't remind me of any.
Yeah.
Alright, Scoop now at not Argus, Amos.
Close. It's not quite boss shuffle. I don't know if the admins of Casual Boost Tournament wants to try and maybe, I don't know, spice things up a bit. We did kind of see the 24-hour Cross Keys tournament and kind of go from the original thing, but we got a mirror. I guess if you want to try and combine Pod Easter together, that was not going to happen today.
It looks like we're gonna see a glove or a flute soon, either in Agena or on the Pyramid Ledge.
Yeah, I don't know if this was intentional for sk00pula. He like kind of flashes Aga a little bit on the tracker.
Yeah. He's not sure. It's probably It's like, what am I gonna do here? But yeah, we're gonna do the water checks now, and that makes total sense.
Like, and this is one. Right. Well, okay, so I guess like, what was your trigger? You said, Ravis, like when would you go do Aga? When you try and find Pearl?
I mean, without a pearl, it's like kind of does that really make sense, right? Because like you could get a glove, right, and suddenly you have Tower of Hera access, and or maybe there's a hookshot, maybe there's a hammer, right, and suddenly Moonpearl is the last of the parts that you get for Darkwood access, and then you don't need to do Aga at all. So I think like I don't know, I feel like clearing more or less everything before going Aga without Moonpearl, unless like you had have like an early skip, like you did a 50-50 in Eastern, and then you want to like commit to the 50-50, then okay, I guess, but I don't know.
Did either of the guys do the dam? I swear, like,
I don't know
because he's doing now, but like I thought they were kind of in the mini Moldrum Cave area about the same amount of time.
Didn't. I think both went like.
I think
for the full clear, they said like it looks already like an Agassi, like back in before they had Mirror and Master Sword. So they went from Link's House only South throw without this, since this one is quicker to go for Agina, right? But they didn't want to commit it early. Like if they had a Moon Pearl now, they maybe would have not, like, you know, to go to Agina right now.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So I guess we are kind of on our last locations before I guess we go to Aga.
I mean,
we have the mushroom turn on.
Yeah, it's probably just gonna be Moon Pearl at this point, because now with the hookshot we can actually.
Well, we have the mushroom turn in. We have.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So.
But I think this is not going to be glove or flute right now, because the hookshot like opens up everything in Dark World as soon as we have the Moon Pearl. We have flippers, we can get around all the way. Oh, we're gonna see Desert Ledge here real quick. That's just a heart piece. But yeah, like glove obviously would give the mountain.
This is book, by the way. I think it's going to be hilarious because they could have turned the mushroom when they picked it up in the drained item.
Yeah.
And then ran straight back up to go turn it in.
Yeah, it might have been.
They could have combined it.
It would have even been faster, I think, to do the mushroom first. But it is the glove. Okay, so we're going mountain first.
Yeah, we have logical access with that lamp. Nice. The seat is kind of stringing us along.
Yeah, is this gonna be the kind of seat that tells us like, look, yes, now you can go there, but in the end you still have to do Aga? Like, is this one of the seats?
Yeah, very, very possible. But I mean, as you kind of mentioned, right? We don't really have, like, without the pearl, we don't really have kind of anything else to go do.
Yeah, I mean, the
other
only
than Pyramid Ledge, so.
But it's gonna be an interesting decision if someone maybe, like, if Hera Basement has an item, if it's gonna be an item left, because you might get the Moon Pearl and there's just gonna be a hammer or mids waiting in there.
Yeah,
even though it might be like, you know, unlikely, since the moment you get a Moon Pearl, you have so much access in the Dark World that it might just be that. But, you know, spicy things happen sometimes.
This is, in fact, a randomizer. If you, for those of you who may be not familiar with this game, all these dead rocks. Oh my gosh, it's a fucker.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
It's even worse.
Oh,
it's even
no.
worse than that you said.
Oh, no. McGack 2.
Well, the good thing is, right, at least, you know, you can immediately do Ether Tablet when you're up there.
That's true. It looks like Specks is gonna go to Paradox first. I don't. Oh well, yeah. Right now we don't have the hammer, so we can't really kind of jump down. Oh my Specks! Holy.
Scary.
Oh my god. Surely
But he managed to well.
Bottom. A Paradox, right? First. Okay. If I were Specks, I would be like 3 screens away from that bomb before it exploded. If I die in Paradox, that would be the mental blow to my to my fortitude.
Right? He knows where to go and where not.
I understand.
It's all in control. Except these mini mold worms. These mini mold worms are a class on its own.
Okay, we have a bottle. I believe that is the first one.
It is a fantastic item to find. Obviously not. Because, like, why? You don't want to go sick here, right? Like, you just want to go.
Of course
not. I like that Specks went Paradox Cave and Spiral first, because that eases up the decision for Hera, right? I think he wants to full clear, and unless like he gets like actual Dark World access up here. So if he gets like a hammer and a Moon Pearl, right, it's easier to make the decision to like leave an item in Hera in the big chest or whatever. And Scupus has to do that decision very early, right? Like he doesn't know what's in Paradox Cave, and we for a fact know there's like nothing basically of interest except, you know, like some hearts or whatever. But like, so Scroop has to make a decision to like either continue or leave it, and you know, live with the decision in the end. And there's powder. That's that's something that we, by the way, could check in the Dark World. That, you know, is the moment we get Mitz, right? Like it's
yeah, Mitz and Hammer, not Mitz and Hammer, Mitz and Mirror gives us magic bat access. It's the lesser desirable version, certainly, because that means you kind of have to give it a portal, but it is logical. The game does not care about your convenience. Nice shovel, by the way. Did we see that on Specks on Scoop's side?
Yes,
we
I
didn't
think
go
we did.
inside.
I think we did. He wants to do it after Hera.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, that
His
makes
next
sense.
destination is going to be hookshot way anyway.
Right,
Unless he
exactly.
could probably find a hammer here, which, you know, still can happen.
So, Ravis, which of these great follow-ups would you like to pursue first?
That's a good question. I mean, I would find a hammer even funnier, because, like, it opens up one check, but not Dark World access.
Yeah. Did we... How many items? I did not...
GP, Skull, Pendant Thieves, that's fantastic, and Red Crystal TR. I just didn't notice that early on Scoop's side, but, like, that's an awful pendant layout, I'm not gonna lie.
It is. I also just noticed that the bunny sprite for the Power Ranger is alpha. Oh my gosh, that is adorable.
So I guess you start with the shovel here.
Shovel, I guess, into Sick Kid, I guess.
Or you start with desert. It's like...
I forgot about desert. Yes,
I mean,
we have a glove. Yeah. Well, we have a glove. We have a power source. We have a fire source. So and we got a bow. What more could you possibly ask for?
So you're advocate for desert, yes? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes. What exactly? Let's hope that Pearl is on Limo. That's what I'm hoping. Okay, it's not quite Specky Clip for Swamp. It is Herapod, but we got the hook shot out there. I think I was supposed to pay attention to how many items Scoop had earlier in Para, and now I've also failed to pay attention to how many items that Spec has gotten.
He didn't go to the big key, that's what I can say, but there was powder also down there, so I...
Right, okay, there was powder. Okay, I think I caught a compass on Moldorm, so I think we're just not gonna do the basement. There was one item left.
Well, I think Specks is gonna do it.
Okay. Oh, right.
That's what we were talking about, right? Like,
yeah.
Scoop might have to live with the decision that he misses an item in here or has to go back again. That's another climb. And since this was very linear, it's gonna be in favor of Specks to like have less distance to run. And you know, up to this point, like he's been at the entire race for now, like just by execution, like. So yeah, there is an item in the
immediately going back. Yeah, it's also one of it's like the least favorable layouts for this, because you have to go to the basement to get the big key in order to open the big chest. So you kind of like to do this like twice.
And even if this is like not Moonpearl, right? Like this could be something that later on could be important. Like let it be an ice rod or something.
Right, Turtle Rock is a red crystal. Inevitably, we're gonna have to go hunt for this ice rod.
So I assume, Scoop, you're gonna check Sicket? That's shovel. Shovel into Sicket?
Shovel? Yeah, probably shovel. Yeah, probably shovel into Sicket. Yeah, I don't think people want to maybe go into a pendant dungeon that, yeah, they can clear, but then, I don't know, you find one item in the front of desert, do you make the decision to commit and get the last item on Lamo? I don't know. That's quite a long endeavor. Oh, but hey, there's the pearl. All right.
Okay, maybe Scoop has left some time here, but maybe he also screwed him. We'll find out in a moment. But like.
Yeah, that is. If we do Aga, that is going to be our access to Dark Worlds. With the pearl, we can actually go do stuff now. However, that being said, we still don't have a hammer or another glove for that matter. Oh, question mark value. We have ether in the big chest.
That is pretty big.
Question mark.
That is massive. Okay. So that's already a problem for Scoop, potentially. We don't know yet. Scoop is going desert now. He wants to go all in before going Aga Tower.
Interesting. Okay.
And looks like
okay.
Specks is doing not the same. Okay, we're doing Sicket as well. I wonder if Specks is doing that.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, what would you do in this scenario? Like,
Well, I don't
you
know.
have your Aga assets. Would you try and hold out to actually have to see in this case if maybe it's not Aga seed? Light World has been quite long, by the way. Like, we're nearing the 30-minute mark here.
Honestly, I think in Spec's position, I think it would go Desert. Because in his mind, he might have the race in the back with the Ether Medallion already. Because there are chances that your opponent skips Ether simply, right?
Mm-hmm.
So make sure that you're not gonna screw yourself by doing an Aga too much. Just continue and just play it out and see what's gonna go. See what's gonna happen.
All right, we did find our first of 2 items in the front of Desert, which is it's just a fighter shield. It will certainly be useful when we go into Swamp later, but for now...
Now the annoying decision, like right side, does it have map compass or will we find the second item?
I don't know, dude. This is not a good layout if you want to make decisions.
Yeah.
Do you take the pendant? Looks like Scoop is just gonna do right side first. And then I guess this is a commitment to clearing out the dungeon, right? And beating the boss if we don't have the second item here.
I don't know if you want to commit that. Okay, that's the second item. It's a nice second item.
That is a very, very nice item. I'm a little sad that we're never going to see Lambos on this. But I guess that is a definitive Agassi now, right?
Yeah.
Desert, by the way, is just like our uncle. He gave us a sword and shield. I mean, at least in MG.
Yeah, so while Scoop seems to be the first, is probably going to be the first one in Agatha, where Specks got that Ether Medallion, and we always have to keep that in mind. So we're gonna see where this is gonna be. Maybe this Ether Medallion is not worth it all. Like maybe we just need to take
it's very possible. Like we're not gonna have that knowledge until probably at least, I don't know, like 20 minutes or something. I mean, whenever we get some combination of mitts and flute and hammer, probably.
And this. Sorry, the next decision is also like upcoming, like after Agatar. Like, do you go north route? Do you depart? I mean, it would be nice to have the hammer, but who hasn't seen hammers in port? So, like, it's questionable. Do you check Catfish, right, on your way to the north? Maybe. There's a lot of different decisions to be made.
Yeah, hammerless pod, as you said, is really not great, because that means that we can't clear the dungeon. But of course, we have seen hammer to this dungeon very frequently. Yeah, and then the other thing that you kind of pointed out was like the pendant layout, right? Like we can go do other things in Dark World other than go to pod. But do we have a crystal to go clear? No, not really.
That's the issue. I mean, technically, yes. Because we can finish Swamp, even though we don't have the hammer.
I hope that Specks rushes Swamp to show the full power of the Specky clip.
I think he is gonna do that, regardless. Like, I mean, you're talking about the hammer, right? Like, just to show that it's possible.
Yes,
I'm sure we can imagine that, right? Like, I'm sure we just, calm down, Clearmouse. We need some checks on that.
But the point is he can't have the hammer, right? That's I don't want to like close my eyes and like block out part of the tracker.
All right, about to see how many blue bars Aghanim today has. Yeah,
fairly comfortable Aga Tower, for what it's worth. I mean, we're pretty well defensed, not because only we're a ball and chain guard, but. We also have a good amount of equipment, tempered sword, and a bow, of course, so...
Yeah.
A pretty decent distance, by the way, for the Aga Hall of Fame. Yeah. I'm also kind of watching Specks. I know that
There's even more like upcoming, right? Like we don't know if like maybe Scoop or Specks is gonna skip Skull Woods, right? Like how deep do you go in Thieves Town, right? Like there's a lot of things that are coming up, like questions
Oh
that we have
yeah.
to get answers for. So this seed
Yeah.
allows for a lot of divergence, at least for now. But also like has massive troll potential. Like just imagine I don't know, like you get your mids in pod and then like a very bad hammer location behind those mids or something like that, and then one runner runs around and doesn't get anything. Has to go a long ways.
What you're telling me is we're probably not going to see like a sub-hour seed. Is is the impression I'm
No,
getting.
but I mean we are 33 minutes already in when we have TR to clear. Like that's just not gonna happen.
Turtle Rock, we have 2 pendant dungeons that we can partially, as you said, loot out of, but they were maybe they don't want to do anything at all and just waste our time.
Like what could be is like, we have Mire X is potentially the moment we find mids, right? Like and a hammer and Mire more or less would be pretty bad potentially for Scoop. Okay, so Scoop also is going catfish. That's one important thing. I mean, not going pot is one thing. Like fine with me. Like every decision, we'll see if that's gonna pay off.
Yeah. This is, I mean, you definitely saw a little bit of indecision based on Scrupula's kind of movement. He didn't necessarily know what he wanted to commit to.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that you don't want to like commit to, and you have to like do something.
Yeah, doing something, even if it turns out to be the wrong thing, at least you got to check in, right? Standing still is no progress whatsoever.
So catfish wasn't the catfish guy, no.
Nope, not today.
Oh wait, we're saving quitting. Is that faster?
Well, it depends on where he wants to go. Is he?
We're going pod. This is pod.
Okay,
never mind. That's faster to pod, obviously.
Yeah. I think you're supposed to run out if you want to go North Dark Worlds. Although, don't quote me on that. That's just, I think, what I've seen people do.
Well, imagine that's the decision, right? Like you decide between pod and North route, and then you say, you know what? I'm gonna check catfish. If it's nothing, I'm gonna go pod because like that's the play you don't want to do. Like, right? You want to have hammer. And if it's something on catfish, then you just continue north. I don't know.
Yeah. It's very different. Kind of. I mean, they're difficult decisions because you don't really have much of a direction. I think that's also one of the complaints that people had about playing inverted in general. Is like once you get to Light World, suddenly your map is like 40 green squares, and like I don't know where to go now. And now it's almost kind of like the similar situation.
Yeah, and committing to things like feel very costly, right? You could go to a hype cave very fast in this seed, but if you dip Skullwoods, if you go through Thieves, like it actually takes some time.
Oh, so for sure.
And like every check like could just be an important item.
Yeah, and as you said, we can just run very quickly to to Hype Cave and Swamp. But like if we need to kind of backtrack and go to Skull Woods or Thieves Town, like we have no hammer. Our only access right now is from the pyramid. It is a very long trek back here, so you have to really kind of weigh these these pros and cons. Yeah, so I mean, we kind of see in this case, these guys are committing to something, and they're committing to both of very different things.
For sure, yeah.
All I can say is, I am super glad we found the mirror when we're in pod on red mail and no hammer.
There's one item.
Okay, was that? Okay, there's a heart container.
Heart container, yeah.
Okay. All right. We have made a good decision coming into the front of Skullwoods. Thank you, Dunka. That is the hammer.
And that already means advantage Specks for not double dipping pod here, because Scoop is going to do that for sure, and Specks is probably like checking more or less everything to Hype Cave, doing Swamp, and then just following pod afterwards.
Can't believe Specks is gonna have the hammer when he goes into Swamp Palace. It's okay, I'm just gonna close my eyes, okay? I'm just gonna pretend that we didn't have it.
We found Quake also.
Yeah, Quake is potentially also another, again, requirement. Now, this one's a bit easier, easily accessible, because it's just here at Village of Outcasts, and is an Agassiz, so we're probably going to go and get that. And Specks is at least going to dip the front four. My guess is he's only going to do the front four, maybe unless there's something that compels him.
No. Even with, I believe even with 3 items, he's gonna leave. Because like,
Okay.
Because it's simply on the fact that you can't clear swamp, you can't clear pod. You know, we also had mids and pod if you didn't see, or if you didn't mention that before. But
just literally caught it.
yeah, so that's gonna be another mountain checks, a lot of mountain checks. That's probably a clearable mire, at least for one of the runners, if it's not bombos. So I feel like no, there's no way that you're gonna go deeper into these. But you know, Scoop could do it if he, like, for example, skips Skullwoods and not gets the hammer.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I don't know how many items were there in the front of these. Do you know?
There was only, in fact, one. That one I caught. It was Big Key, Red Rupee, Map Compass. Compass map. So, yes, we're gonna leave 3 items, and I think it was a regular pendant, right? Thief's Town? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is interesting. Scoop is
This feels like this might get into a simple ice rod hunt here at some point, rather quickly.
Okay. I think I wasn't necessarily expecting Scoop to do North Dark World into Village. I mean, I think it's fine, right? Like, I mean, this is kind of keeping parity to make sure that he didn't miss anything. If in the case of Specks did this before Pod, it's just that like he's access to Village of Outcast, right? So he can just kind of take the normal route.
Yeah, also he can do the Smith chain now with him. It's like that's that's the fire rod already.
That's fire rod. What were you saying about nice
tight with the items?
Yeah.
But if there's a flute or ice rod easily on Smith chain, like that, you know, having those smiths earlier and might just help Scoop at that point. But I would still give it to Specks right now. Like, Specks is on the route, it's gonna do swamp, it's gonna do IPK, it's gonna get his mids, it's gonna be ice, it's gonna be mire. Like, everything is like planned out already, more or less, for him. But Smith chain is not gonna be part of the, you know, first part of the plan, at least.
Yeah,
so that is an opening for Scoop to like make up for the double dip pod, and, you know, potentially like for that ether that he maybe needs at some point. Like, we don't know yet what mire and TR are, but still.
Right. Yeah, and especially I think if you're Specks with 2 medallions and so much to do, not on the mountain, I mean, I don't know, we might just getting a blind check and just hope that we have the medallion. He has 2 of them, which is more than Scoopable.
Yeah, I mean, Scoop is gonna get 1 in Quake. And it looks like we're gonna dip Skullwoods. Scoop is not gonna miss out on his hammer.
Yeah.
But Scoop has to know, okay, I have that hammer here, like if my opponent went here early, but I have the mid, so I don't think Scoop is gonna miss that Smith here. Like, that is readable.
Yeah, but this one, I don't know how much you tend to metagame like during the race, or think about like, well, what if my opponent did this or that? I mean, this one's a difficult one to do, right?
Well, yeah, true, but you can. There's like, this one's like clear, like 2 options, right? Like, either your opponent went to port or he doesn't, and if he doesn't, then he's gonna have a single dip port. So if you do the dip port in port, like, you have to either you're on the same page as your opponent or you're worse, but in no way you're better unless, you know, you make use of what you found in port early, which is the mids in this case, and then check out. Oh, we're gonna get a pedestal check here. That is insane.
This is exciting. He knows he's being restreamed. I'm excited to see what's here.
But yeah,
he does not have the fire rod from Magic Bat, so
let's see. Just
sad.
Oh, not even continuing. I mean, it makes sense. He's got the hammer, but he doesn't get Quake this way, which might be. This is the second medallion he missed.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Yeah, we're just gonna. I mean, that's a lot of value already from his perspective, and from that part of the world. Like, he got a hammer. Maybe we don't need that stuff at all. We've got crystal dungeons to go clear out.
And then,
Right.
I mean, we have like 3 potential items, 2 guaranteed items that we need. We don't know if it's bombos that we need for one of the dungeons, but that could like, if it's double bombos, like all the medallions we had already didn't matter at all. So we don't know. If there's an advantage, we can only say probably the chances are pretty solid that at least one of those 2 are, being needed. And I think if it's Quake, like Scoop might get away with it a little bit here and there, but if it's Ether, I don't know when we're gonna see that on Scoop's side.
Yeah, and there are definitely arguments for if you like did Herapod and there was one key, and you didn't have the big key, like you maybe go back for it if it was early. But like, man, I don't know. It's just like such a bad layout. It's so much time commitment. Which really makes it Ether
these guys already had to calculate so many decisions already, right? Like now, left side swamp is the next one. Like, are you going to do it for 1 or 2?
Oh
Are you going to do it early? Like, what are you going to do here, right? So like, decisions are decisions to make in this one. Like, this one really like tries to get you somewhere. There's a compass, so there is at least 1 item left side.
Yeah, we got the big key, and then we had the B with the bottle. So we'll see what else we have in the back. Did I completely just miss the fact that Specks did Specky Club? No. Okay, maybe he'll go back in for left side. Oh.
That's also, yeah, so we have 2 items left side as well.
Is left side swamp appealing for you?
I mean, it isn't.
At this stage?
Specifically not for Scoop, who has the mids already. Like, in Specks' mind, you might think, like, it is 2 items, but, like, mids would actually screw me over here. And for now, my route worked out really well, so I might just go back in. And Scoop immediately goes left side.
Immediately, yeah. Interesting decision. He might be feeling okay, like, given that he went to pod first and got in the mids.
He knows 1 item is gonna be there, and also he's got the big key already, so he knows he's not like gonna go back left side and then go big chest eventually or something like that. So like this is gonna be 1 full trip through this dungeon, and here we go. Doing a nice job here. They probably placed the bomb very well earlier that I unfortunately didn't see. That's the flute, by the way.
The bucket?
Was it a?
Oh,
Bugnet. Oh, it was
on Spec side, right?
I was just catching it. I was like, oh, sorry. Bugnet.
Like that is the lightest looking
it's for
food
the other.
I will say though, I've seen that item probably used more often than you might think when people are trying to activate to call the flute, because they're quick swapping so quickly, right? And they they call you early and they swap to the bug net before they can get the flute.
Oh, we gotta get 2 shields here on left side.
Oh, that's pretty exciting.
No.
Ooh, nope. Bottle with the fairy this time, so it's 3 bottles.
I know an Argus fight where I could use a fairy.
Sorry. You got your buy. That was important. Okay. We all see Specks doing Specky Clip the second time? We sure did.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, and I think the way that Scoop did this, if you just want to commit to left side, regardless of what happens, this is probably on the better side, especially in this case if the big key was already in your possession, so you have to go back for it. So, but yeah, I mean, I think also like the way the Specks does it, especially when you want to kind of like hedge your bets and to see if there's only 1 item left, you could just be. I mean, you don't have to spend the time investing left side swamp. So
it's easier to then leave 1 item, but also again in Specks' mind, like that might be mids, and that's really bad. But with him knowing that pod is still open, I guess it's more reasonable to leave it then. But for now, anyway, we get both runners on both on left side.
Yeah, pretty cool to see. Left side is terrible. We're gonna get just bullied. This is why people don't like it. Well, there are many reasons why people don't like Swamp. We're kind of getting C.
I mean, Swamp generally is known for bullying, like. So I assume both are gonna finish pod after this, like Specks for sure. I would not be surprised if Scoop also just runs the pod. I mean, you could technically wait for the flute.
Where would we go look for the flute though? Like, I don't know if there's. I guess we can go back to the mountain. Well,
Yeah,
no.
I think
Well,
the
Scoop can
Specks.
go to the mountain, but not Specs.
Yeah, I think Scoop might go.
Nice
Let's see what
silvers.
hype cave has. Yeah. Oh my
That's a
god,
lot
this
of
hype
health.
cave. Jeepers,
Yeah.
this hype cave
Safety.
really cared for you. Holy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. When I'm away at
Um,
camp and my mom sends me a care package, that's the care package I want.
okay, so Scoop also gonna do hype cave here, and again, I think both are just gonna finish pot here at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that was actually, by the way, like a good observation. Was I think Specs took the time in also in Village of Outcasts to go get powder, and Specs hasn't really been over there yet, so he doesn't have the Quake medallion or he doesn't have the Fire Rod from Bat. So we'll have to see in this case what he decides to do.
Which again is potentially good for him that he might not be able to enter TR.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Like for in his mind, maybe even he's gonna check Hera on the way to East Death Mountain, like going up first, and then like is a potential to come back for Hera at least one time for him.
Yeah, actually, it looks like we're gonna just turn straight back around into South Dark World. Probably
Yeah.
K45 and all this. Did we check Bombo's tablet on his side? Maybe I'll do it with Purple Chest.
Yeah, I think it's gonna do it with Purple Chest, and also this gives him Quake, right? Like Quake was in Village.
Quick was in C-Shape House. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. And we're also gonna get a couple new checks on Scoop's side because he's the mid. So we'll get Smith Chain and we'll plus get Hammer Pegs as well.
See, this is why I would have liked him if he went from Skull just south, because like you would have brought the Purple Chest home, then did Swamp, then did Hype Cave, and then went to Port. Because like, really, does he really want to go up the mountain for a couple checks, like with no medallion, no fire rod?
Yeah. And then you have to maybe make that decision about doing Hera Big Chest. I don't for what it's worth, I don't really think it's a decision right now.
Well, the more annoying thing is, right, like he's gonna get that Purple Chest, and then he has to walk over again, like for that and Bombo's tablet.
Yeah, that's also a good point. Right. Yeah, we don't have a flute just to kind of conveniently go down there.
And even if, right, like then he can check Bombo's tablet again. Because like, he could have done it after Swamp, but he didn't do it, so I assume you would want to do it when you bring that Purple Chest away.
Right.
No, I don't think Scoop is gonna skip this Purple Chest here. I think he knows he needs to get some value out of this. Knowing that is, double dip in pod is a little bit time costly, and that the more obvious route probably his opponent took, or in his mind, has to be prepared for. Like maybe I have to make something different here.
Yeah, I don't really know if after Aga, if any route was particularly obvious. So yeah, I think it's a very fair point that you may be just trying to hedge against like the different possibilities.
There's a potential that he gets he's gonna get Fire Rod, right? No, right? Like he might
yeah, this is Fire
face
Rod.
it through Skull Woods even if he like feels he has to. I don't think it's like viable.
Be Mothula for Green Pendant?
Yeah, but like if you want to go crazy, I think that's the play you want to do.
Yeah. That
like
is
right now for me, like the next progression looks to be in TR. I'm not gonna lie. Like we have 5 items, potentially 6 items that we can get out of there. If it's not Bombos locked, and I feel like that's the case. But also it could be like you need an ice rod from somewhere else, and then do that red bomb, for example. Right? Like something like that, for example.
Wait, do we? What are we looking for? We're looking for flute and ice rod, and maybe bombos.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so TR is a red crystal. I don't know how possible or how probable the red bomb is going to be. I mean, it can be. Don't get me wrong. It's
simply the ice rod that is missing. And also Pot didn't have items, so that's why Scoop probably didn't go back.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
And he now realized like he could just run.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree. Like Ice Palace is the next thing that should be on Spec's mind at least, and probably on Scoop's mind soon after this Purple Chest.
Yeah. Got a pretty nice route though by Specks here, because he found the big key on the right side and he had another small key, so he just went straight to Helma and then he's gonna just go do the back.
Yeah.
So Specks is gonna get his mitts, and then yeah, I think probably we'll kind of reconvene here in Ice Palace from both of them.
Yeah, probably right. I would assume so. It makes. I don't think it makes any sense to go the mountain now. But yeah, Scoop just said I'm going to think so. So yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna see that Ice Palace. I mean, there's no chance that you're not gonna go to. But still, Scoop didn't get the Quake, and that might backfire immensely if he goes on the mountain.
Yeah, Sea Street Pass is pretty far north. I don't know if you want to consider that getting like brewery. That's kind of not really close. But it's closer. So maybe he's just kind of saving the whole village for a later decision. So then we can see how much more we need to commit.
Yeah.
Yeah, not having the flute certainly makes routing in your decisions have more impact, because getting to a location now or part of the world is no longer a I'll just flute there. No, I'm sorry, the bugnet does not work for pseudo flutes. You can try though.
Alright,
nice
Vicky in the
early-
first chest. Yeah, that's nice. So no need to actually switch the switch. And just continue here.
And like Specks, having the foresight to remember to mirror to Light World, so we don't end up on the pyramid. That is something that can elude runners, because it's an Agassi. But I think he also forgot that he did King's Doom earlier.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what he was about to do, but
same. But I guess he wanted to be in. He wanted to be in sync.
I wanted full HP and probably didn't realize. Wait, I want to go ice. That is such an annoying way.
Alright, we had a lot of smokies. I don't think we caught any items so far. I remember seeing big key, small key, small key. We had a lot of small keys in this thing.
We get a second chance in Specs, so
okay.
Don't worry.
Trust but verify. Yeah, we're back to the cotton candy. Ice Palace.
That is Barbie's club. Like, for sure.
Imagine in the world of Mattel, you have Ice Palace. I don't know what kind of Barbie is supposed to be living in this place. Cold Stare Barbie, if you can remember, if you can imagine that.
Just heart pieces up to this point.
Just heart pieces, right? So far? Yeah, heart piece in the big chest, heart piece in iced tea. Okay, compass in big key chest. Yeah, we're not getting a lot of value out of Ice Palace so far.
But that doesn't matter, right? Like, it's so linear. Like, full clear and go mode is like, 50% is iced tea, and then the rest is like whatever.
Great, I love iced tea. I guess the last item must be on Cold Stare then. I also didn't catch what the how the layout is for Ice Palace. If iced tea is a gigantic commitment, like even more so than it normally is, because I know that some people certainly like to skip iced tea if it forces them to take like 5 detours in order to get over there.
Yeah, it takes a bit of time, but the big key and stuff is like very convenient in this one, so
okay,
you can just like go over there. Like, you don't even need the key here under the pot. Why are they all fluffing this key? How many ice keys do you guys want? We have 3 now.
Maybe they're playing bingo, right? Open all 6 Ice Palace key doors.
Deepers.
It's like when you tour a new house, you have to make sure you look at every room.
I guess so. Look for keys in other people's house. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, apparently we missed the flute on Cold Stare. Maybe I missed the flute on Cold Stare.
I did it, yeah, I did miss it. Okay. So it's actually Ice Road Go. So it is an Ice Road hunt in the end. And now you have wonderful decisions to make on either side. Like, Scoop also needs at least 1 medallion. We know where 2 are. And depending on what medallion is missing, like he might look, I don't know, deeper into Thieves Town or whatever.
Yeah,
Like there's
for
really
sure.
like no really good way to go. Like I assume he's gonna go the mountain soon after activating the flute. Maybe checking TR what medallion it is, and then go Maya area, check the medallion what it is.
And keep in mind, the scoop still does have pod to finish. Like he was there before, got all the value out of it, but he still needs that crystal. So that's still going to be a little bit of time difference between himself and Specks. All right, we got a little bit of cold stare tag party going on. But
It looks like this is where Scoop immediately goes. So we're gonna finish pod here first.
Okay.
So we're gonna do the thing that is, you know, there's no way that this is gonna be faster in any way. Not even with the like I think the only thing that would make it faster is literally cape for one straight dash just to hammer to get a guaranteed key dash at the door. And you can even do that with a burner, but it just takes a little bit longer, like I don't know, 5 frames.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, you need to activate like the burner. A burner has like an animation, and the animation can be done and undone while dashing or you know, riding up.
That's actually I don't think I realized that. And right, but I guess like you can activate the cape immediately. It just there might be a slight delay into when you actually become invisible. So then like that might be the difference. But I think burner when you activate it is like immediate. Like you just get invincibility.
Yeah, but basically there's nothing that makes it faster anymore, more or less.
Yeah.
That's what we're, you know, that's why we're gonna do that right now and just, you know, take care of it.
I think also
like Scoop at this point can just full focus on execution for like a couple of minutes and then make a decision.
Yeah, exactly. I was just gonna say that, right? Like, if Scoop is maybe thinking about what he wants to do, and again, this seat has been plenty of mental loads for making decisions. Like, if he needs a little bit more time, this is the place to go.
Alright, we're getting our Maya check now from Specks. Alright, so Scoop needs to go back to Hera. That was Ether.
That was Ether? Oh no.
It was Ether. That is not like, it's not over yet. Depending on where the ice rod actually is, this might still be not too bad for him.
That's true. If the ice rod's here, I don't know. I guess we'll see what TR is either as well. Because if Turtle Rock
depends on what the TR is.
Yeah, like if we can get into Turtle Rock, which could be very appealing for Scoop, because like, you know, where else have we seen the ice rod for this dungeon? I'm saying like if he can make it in, like maybe he goes to Village of Outcasts and finds Quake, right? And that's the medallion.
Like I think for Scoop it would probably be best if TR is also Ether. So when he finds the Quake, right, it's not gonna hinder him to go deeper into Thieves and then find the ice rod, and then he's more or less gonna be fumbled into, you know, Hera basement and Spike Cave, and I think it's not a big deal then to just go Hera first, say okay I have to do both potentially, and then, you know, go just in there.
Okay, let's see what kind of layout Meyer is. Now, this, of course, does affect how Specks plays it. Like, if it's a God Meyer, he might just be more inclined to just rush the boss. 2 items here in Meyer can be quite time-consuming, depending on where they are.
Yeah, I think if he finds one item and finds the big key then he goes boss, might be an item left. I think that's gonna be left out. If it's 2, I don't know.
Yeah, there's no, again, easy decision here. The seed has been, maybe by the end of playing this game, you might be more mentally exhausted than you might realize.
Yeah. So what's gonna be here in Spec Rock Cave? Sorry, in Checkerboard Cave.
Okay, Spec's is gonna continue. He found the big key in Compass Shop, and we're gonna get everything in this dungeon. He probably feels pretty good about Ether.
Yeah,
honestly.
I would say so. I would exactly say so. Just go full clear. Like, he might even do this just for a small key at this point here. But just to be sure that this is not an item and then a potential important item. Like, no room for error. Like, for him right now, it's looking pretty well with that ether in hand. Like, knowing that ether is required for Meyer makes him probably think like if my opponent skipped it, very good, and if not, well, he has to be at least as good as I am and skip it. So, you know.
Yeah.
He's pretty confident in his abilities right here, and it's just a compass, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, he was already a compass chest. I don't necessarily blame him for just going straight up over.
Yeah.
As you said, right? Like, this is maybe a position where Specks feels confident enough that he doesn't have to take this risk.
So Scoop, is gonna see what TR is, and if it's not Bombos and Bombos is right here somewhere, then he's probably gonna go over to Hera and do Spy Cave afterwards. At least that's probably gonna be the intention.
Mm-hmm.
So that might give him the ether that he needs.
Yeah.
However, if it's Quake, I don't know.
We'll see what Hookshot Cave has.
Yeah, Scoop
Okay.
really doesn't want to have an Ice Rod here.
Alright, we found both items in Meyer. It was a heart container and 5 rupees, so we're going to the boss. Nice gold sword, I guess, on Hookshot Cave. That's not gonna really help him. You'll never turn down gold sword if you find
it is actually Bombos.
Bombos. Scoop.
We're not gonna go to Hera. So this has to be like village.
Yeah, looks like it.
And
Great.
I think that's not good for him because that will delay his ether.
It delays ether, but I assume he's gonna go to the back of Thieves Town at this point, right?
Yeah,
like, we don't have much
but
right?
whenever he's gonna find Bombos, that's when he will probably, you know, go to TR. And that means like clearing TR, probably doing red bomb. Like, for him, it would have been better to say, okay, you know what, I can do Spike Cave here, and since I'm, you know, right in front of Hera, maybe I just do Hera here. Because, like, that's opening up Meyer, right? But, like, you have to go down there anyway. But we'll see.
Specks mowing down Vitreous with Mom's care package. Zordon's care package. Alright, that's 6 crystals done. Specks is thinking to himself, man, I've never been in an Ice Rod Hunt situation before.
Yeah, I'm trying to imagine like what would be helpful for Scoop right now, because like probably we're finding Bombos rather soon, right? And I think the moment he finds Bombos,
too, right?
yeah, but I think if he finds Ice Rod first, that is going to be bad for him at all. Like that means Specks finds Ice Rod before Bombos and is not gonna run any risk of double dipping TR. And I think that is something Scoop definitely needs with this ether.
Yeah, and yeah, Specks is gonna find out as well that he can't get into Turtle Rock, so there's kind of gonna be not really much of a chance. I'm gonna assume that he does Spike Cave though after he figures this out.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say to like clear out the mountain there.
All right. Again, for the nth time in this restream, we're gonna get a completely separate check. The divergence, as we can see, there were a lot of branching points in this scene. I don't know, Ravis, would you rather play this kind of seed against an opponent, or would you rather play against a more, let's say, like, linear one?
Tough to say. I mean, I don't know. I really don't. Like these pendant Thieves-Town thing are like a little bit of wildcard seeds. Like, it's more or less of like who's going here first, because like you really don't want to go deep, and here you have so much other stuff to do.
Yeah, it really does have.
There's Bombos. Are we gonna go up? We are gonna continue.
Okay. He's still missing potentially an Ice Rod, and of course Ether. Why can't all medallions be in here? In this entire area.
So that is a potential time loss for Specks the moment he gets to that bombos. Potentially. But for now, like, Specks has been in a pretty solid, full clear mode. Which, on the other hand, he could argue that he has to, at some point, cut a little bit of course, because, like, his opponent might just already be in TR or whatever, and, get some time back.
Yeah. And it's also possible, depending on what your opponent decides to do, like, we could just skip a bunch of stuff that they didn't, they just didn't feel like doing, right? Smith Chain with the mirror and boots and whatever, like, it's done pretty efficiently, but again, it's still time in order to actually do all the checks. Okay, I think we got all 3 items, didn't we? Maybe not.
No, we got a small key in the back, I think.
Piece? Okay, yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's where the ice rod is.
The ice rod! Oh my gosh.
Okay, I think this is a done game.
Okay, I think Scoop is maybe looking forward to game 2. It just turns out everything is there. In like the Hera Big Chest and Spike Cave.
I mean,
where's Specks going?
I don't know.
Oh, he's gonna do Catfish. Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna be thorough.
Yeah. I also understand this as well. Like, having Aga done, going Catfish is not gonna be, like, kind of go there anytime, but also your opponent probably went there at some point, so.
So Scoop is probably gonna go towards TR. So here is what's gonna happen, okay? He's gonna check Hera on the way, which is probably not gonna happen. I hope it happens. And then he realized, I could do Mire, but you know what? Let me finish in Spike Cave here, and then make a decision.
Yes.
So then at least it would be a go. But since we're not gonna go Hera, well, it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, again, like, we've seen the Ice Rod to this dungeon many times before, right? Just sitting in his summer home of Laser Bridge, which of course is in season. I do not blame Scoop whatsoever for making this decision. We happen to know that we found this in Spike Cave.
Okay, so Specks is gonna do Smith Chain, but like, we already know that Scoop is gonna have a massive time investment in just double dipping TR, and Specks, the moment he finds bombos, he's gonna leave these down, so there's no clearing of that. And just a go more TR as well, one less mountain climb. Probably, Scoop can't even save the portal since he, needs to get into Spike Cave and then has to mirror again because we have done Aga. So, like, it's gonna be such an additional time consuming route that Scoop is gonna go. It's very hard to imagine their comeback. I mean, obviously we can, talk about things like Tie Room or something that makes a comeback, but it's a tough one to come back from, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Did you know you can mirror bonk on the door? I don't think I knew that. We've seen that on Specks' side.
Like, a Scoop might even be like forced to suddenly clear Skullwoods for Green Pendant out of desperation or something like that.
I forgot about Skullwoods.
Because, like, how does he get to Spike Cave, really, right? Like, even if you would need to do Spike Cave first, and then, like, even if he does Spike Cave, right, instead of Hera, then he's looking for that Ether, and he might be thinking, like, Tiara's a red crystal, right? Like, I have to finish Trinex here, so you're going up again for Turtle Rock to finish Trinex, and then do Red Bomb, and, like, yeah, like, all the routes that Scoop can take are looking so bad at this point, since both the Go mode items are literally next to each other, and you have some solid reason to, like, just follow those items.
I don't know how in general you feel about saving portals. Like, if you're in Turtle Rock looking for the Ice Rod and you can't find it, I think even with red mail, anytime, even with blue mail, things are becoming a little bit more questionable as to how much time you're actually gonna save.
I think for me, like, it depends on what a race it is. Is it a 1v1? Are we in a daily, weekly qualifier or whatever? Like, it's like so many different things are like adding to the decision of how I would handle that situation. But in this one, having like Aga done is like, you know, there's like not a whole lot that you could do. Like the moment you touch Darkwood, it's gone. It's just gone.
Yeah. Alright, I think Specks being very prudent and activating his Burna to get through Hellway. Specks, I don't know how Specks is feeling during this race. Like, I think he did some very good things from his perspective. I mean, right? But also, he's also last looking at Backup Thieves.
Yeah, but he was.
Maybe you don't feel as bad. Yeah,
and I think his ether gives him confidence that, you know, like he was able, because of Bombos, he was able to avoid the TR double dip, right? If it's not Bombos, and then like, you know, he's going TR, not having the ice rod, and then going through thieves and stuff like.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's feeling too bad about that. Like, you would need both items to get before Bombos, and there are enough chances that you get, as we're gonna see, or as we see on Scoop's side, like that's gonna happen, and you miss one of the two items, and in his case, even both items, which is horrific. I feel so bad for him in this case.
Yeah, it is really unfortunate that. Yeah, we're actually seeing also, like, forget about Ether for a sec, right? Like, Scoop found Bombos before the Ice Rod, and Specks found Ice Rod before Bombos. And so it was like minutes of difference, right? Multiple mountain trip climbs.
Like, yes.
Multiple TR trips, like, oh.
And like, even, like, let's say Scoop wants to see the Ice Rod and Hera, right? Like, so he mirrors at Laser Bridge, and then he has to walk all around to Hera, cannot simply, like, save and quit and start, or, like, die and then, you know, start on the mountain somewhere, and it's, like, such a long way, too. So do you really want to keep the portal? If not, then it's, like, a 3-minute or 2.5 minutes comeback time loss. Like, it's TR is really painful in that regard.
Alright. We're actually having Specks and Scoop in the same dungeon for once. I think probably outside of Escape, this might be the first time.
I think they were the same time in Ice, actually.
Oh, right, you're right. In Ice Palace, that's right, yes.
Yeah.
It looked different because one was exceedingly more Barbie than the other one was. Yeah, but I think only, unfortunately, only Specks is gonna have a happier ending than the Scoop here will.
Dude, this TR color is crazy, though.
Purple, right?
I think that's a fantastic purple. Like, did you see, like, the torches and stuff, how they look?
Yeah.
Look at these jellies, like, this light blue.
Do the enemies change color? I thought it was just the palette shuffle for the surroundings.
Lightly,
yeah, you're right. The purple makes this place look like crystals. I don't know if you've seen those, like, Crystallis type of, things versus, like, cave, I guess, states. Okay, Scoop.
Yeah,
did
he's
not
gonna
find the
go
ice
to
rod.
get what item? The problem is which one.
I'm sure he feels great, by the way, about he's gonna find the ice rod, literally, like, in the next check.
We don't know what he's gonna find, right? We don't know. He's gonna find. Okay, he's gonna find ether. Okay, and then from there we're gonna see if he actually finds the ice rod, or if he just gonna say, "I'm gonna check on my obviously at this point."
Yeah, and these are again, like, Hera basement back up to Hera big chest is the worst possible layout you could have. I can understand him not wanting to make this decision. And then Spy Cave, of course, is his own thing. That's another minute.
Yeah, and you can see, like, the pots, how he's using them, right? Like, like, that's probably just a little bit also out of annoyance on how the seat goes.
Yeah,
And that he's now
exactly.
back into this place
no.
where he could have gone earlier, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think though you do have a fair observation about when these guys were kind of up in the mountain about the same time, and there was a divergence between Specks doing Paradox first versus Scoop doing Hera first. I mean that I think that for Specks to delay Hera in order to see if he can get more information, I think it was very fair. Now maybe Specks had the intention to do everything anyway, but at least it gave him more confidence.
Yeah, I mean, it was mostly a play for the moon pearl at the time, but also you have to
Nice.
consider there could be something else, but mainly it is like the moon pearl reason why. Jesus, Specs. Calm down.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah, tank it.
Just use your red mail, dude. Okay. See, this is why we're upgraded to the Green Ranger status. Somehow, I don't know what the lore is, because I don't quite remember it back then, but I guess, like, we had the original 5 Power Rangers, right? And then somehow, like, we found the 6th Morpher something, and then
Oh, dude, I don't
like,
remember anymore.
yeah, and then
That's
he, like,
beginning
this
of
guy was
2000.
like, yeah, was like somehow was the strongest, like, over, like, he was the strongest out of all 5 of them,
Yeah.
right? You know, I don't know.
Alright, he's going Spike, so he's gonna get his go mode right
Mhm.
now. At least, like, you know, some wounds might not open up, at least having,
Yeah,
you know,
like, he
not gone
was just
Meyer.
literally in. Okay, so if you were in Scoop's position, right, like looking for the ice rod and ether at this point, like would you have done Hera and Spike Cave before heading over to TR?
I don't know. I really don't. You could make the argument to just fly back to Meyer, I guess, and go mode it in the hope that you find 1 or 2 of the items, and one being the ice rod, and then because you have to do it anyway, right, and then go TR.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that is probably the better decision than just to gamble TR at that point. But yeah, it just doesn't feel good.
Yeah, nothing. None of these decisions have been easy, for what it's worth, and really, like the right quote unquote decision that you make is the one that leads you to the items, and you just have no idea where they are.
Yeah, and I think, like in Specs' mind, I think Specs knows here this seat had 3 terrible items in form of Bombos, Ether on Ice Rod, and he got pushed into the easiest one to take with like not having TR open, and just even though it is for full clear in Meyer, but like, you know, it is just clearing Meyer in the end. It's okay. It's not a double dip TR. It's not an extra mountain climb. Like it's fine, you know. So like, and then having that ice rod before being able to TR is like fantastic. All right, number 1 is just a small key. No biggie in the 2nd to 5th chest. Number 6, 50 rupees, and number 7 is another small key.
We have I guess we're chock full on smokies. Maybe we're gonna open all of the doors in GT.
Maybe they took some from Ice Palace that had left, you know. Like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's suddenly universal keys and not keys.
All right. Solid right side. Oh, there's the big key. Is that number 11? No, what was that? 4,
Yeah,
5, 6, 7,
after using my
11.
brain for
Would be 11, right?
11. Okay.
Yeah, I see AI Dog and Crispytron, with the 12 being the closest. GG's.
Nice. For everything that we had to do in this, basically full clear. Pretty. I think it's a pretty reasonable time.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Specks cleared it all. Scoop more or less cleared it all. I think the only thing that both have in common that they haven't done is Green Pennant giveaway.
Yeah.
But we've seen everything else. We also did Dagger.
We also did do Aga. Yep. Yeah, I guess Specks technically didn't finish Thieves Town because it was just Bombos for go mode. So I guess he saved the basement. But like,
it's like not a big, big and massive difference. Like we're talking about a minute or something. But having it done more efficiently, the way he did it, like just because like also obviously it's like not only his own decisions, but like how the items laid out, right? Like the hammer being where it is. Going one time to pod and like being more efficient in that regard, and then also not having that TR open as well. I think that's like a solid time. I don't know if it's gonna be enough for 130, sub 130, but it's gonna be at least close.
Alright, that is crystal number 6 down for Scoop. So back to Turtle Rock we go.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see a tile room gamble at this point.
Maybe,
if Specks is not too much at this point.
Yeah, but keep in mind, of course, this is not going to be the end of Scoop's tournament life. At least how it's projecting to look. This is a best of 3 series, which I believe they're playing tomorrow as well. I can check the schedule for confirmation. So Scoop will have his opportunity to take revenge, even it up, and then force a game 3. And of course, Specks also will have the counter ability to just close the series out. The sub 130 is looking actually doable. We're 126 now at Aga.
Yeah, easily sub 130 like right now. Like I couldn't calculate it in the moment, but yeah, easy.
The Ganon with silvers should be like a little over a minute. Yeah.
Depending on warps, but yeah.
Yeah, right, that's right. Plus warps, and then also hopefully we don't take Aga2 isn't too difficult for us. I think the bat is also a little bit lighter, maybe? They look the same color as the Baris on Spec's side. Oh my gosh, this is the... I know we've been here before, but this is the first time the purple is just like...
Yeah, that's like...
Yelled at you.
Even the bat looked like reddish.
Yeah. Alright, the good news is that Ganon did not call us dinguses, and we have achieved our goal. Specks, using the gold sword, this should be pretty easy for him. Probably done this a lot of times by now. I think Specks is ready for the sea to be done. Just gotta tell Ganon that it's past his bedtime, so he needs to calm down a bit.
Nice one. 2, 3, and 4.
Very nice triple.
Yeah, GG's to Specks, taking the lead in this best of 3 series.
Yeah, big GG's. Specks played quite well. Execution was strong. Certainly decision making was quite good. And yeah, all around.
Even the final screen is like super purple.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's almost like a theater.
It looks like it's actually Zelda's room. Kappa. All the stereotypes out of here. All right, GG's to Specks. I'm sure we're gonna get him in here. Meanwhile, Scoop has forfeited the race. GG's to Scoop as well. I mean, this was a tough one for him for sure. But yeah, yeah, I don't see them yet. I think the invites are out, right? Oh,
Yes,
I see Scoop.
I just
we can
clicked
welcome
buttons.
Scoop. GG's.
Yo, GG's.
Game is bad.
Some things were unfortunate in your sequence, I agree. High Specs, GG's.
I can ask GG's. Pula.
Yeah, GG Specks and GG's too.
I was at the so there was definitely some gross item locations. I'm gonna guess it was the Ether medallion.
Ether Plus.
Oh, Ice Rod or Bombos or all three, or something else.
The west side cold mountain there, everything.
Yeah, it was pretty gross. I went ahead and did Hera Basement. I did East Side Mountain before in case I'm like, maybe I'll do Hera Basement looking for Pearl. So I went and did Hera Basement even though it was super slow. I got the Ether and I was like, that's insanely disgusting because I was, honestly, it's probably a better play to skip Hera Basement there because it's so slow. So I'm like, I might lose race. But then I got Ether Medallion and I'm like, that's the grossest item I could have gotten. That or Ice Rod.
Well, I knew it was going to come up. I just knew, but I'm like, I can't justify doing this. And, of course, by then it was just that and Spike Cave, so 1, 2, boom, boom. Yeah, so I don't know. I can't see how I do that any different.
No, I think it's completely reasonable to vote Hera Basement here. I almost didn't do it because it's like a minute and a half investment. If it has nothing, you can lose the race from that alone. So I feel like you just got randoed on this one, which kind of sucks, but I knew when I got the Ether Medallion, I'm like, oh, I'm just going to full clear now. That's probably GG's if it's required. So I played it really safe after that.
Well, that might help. How many times were you in pod?
I single dipped it.
Yeah, so there's add that in there. Because with Aga, I'm like, you know what? It'll be some sort of, well, I would say hammer, but I say some sort of Dark World access, which we got. But I don't know. Sometimes I skip it, sometimes I don't, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it had the Met, so like, if you go earlier, you get to do Smith's Chain, but I think, yeah, having the hammer, different pod definitely is a time save here, but could have been the other way around. Could have been, having the Mets earlier could have led to the hammer on Smith's Chain, so I mean, could have gone that way.
Yeah, that's a story. I just spent time looking for something I can do, and couldn't really come up with anything. It was like anything I could vary, anything I could actually make a choice on with the way I do things, so just couldn't really break out of it, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, this seed, yeah, 2 medallions and Ice Rod being in bad spots, and a whole other part of the game that you can clear, so. At least it's best of 3, so you could crush me tomorrow, assuming we still play Scupula.
No, I'm alright for it. I just, it's a crapshoot as to whether I can, like I said, I can't hate how I played here, in terms of mistakes and choices. So if I can, keep the constants together tomorrow, but that's always, some days just don't work. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I tell myself try not to overclan, thinking that, I have to, because I'm trying to have a little more confidence in what I can do here. So I don't think I did that, and I mean,
I agree with the item locations. I don't think it's a one to overthink. Like it happens in rando. So I almost continued based on myself, and a similar thing would have happened to me as what happened to you.
did you get a desert early for any, by chance?
I did every check I could before Aga.
Okay. Yeah, so the pod in Terra Big Chest. Yeah, I mean, I like to look for things to take away. I'm not sure I can, other than just do that again and see what happens. So yeah, GG's, and thanks thanks Mouse, and yeah, gonna get going and see you tomorrow.
Yep, see Mouse Cupula. Ravens Clear Mouse. You guys have was it anything to note besides Ethan Medallion?
That was that was the bulk of it. I mean, like you also sequence things in a nicer way. Like when you got Ice Rod before Bombos. That was, I don't know if you got Bombos before Ice Rod, you would have died TR looking for Ice Rod. I don't know. But that was really, yeah.
I would have done Spec K first because I knew in this one I'm like, I pretty much when I got the Ethan Medallion out of Hera, I'm like, okay, if this is required, I'm probably winning this one. Just full clear everything. And if my opponent doesn't get Ethan Medallion, which I knew high chances they wouldn't, I'm like, just do every check they would do looking for Ethan Medallion before you go to TR. That way you don't miss an ice rod. They could have found one, which is like the main way I could have gotten come back on if I was right with Ethan Medallion. So I'm like, just clear everything. We was fortunate the ice rod came before Bombo, so I didn't have to think about it. But honestly, even if I had gotten the Bombos and Thieves, I still would have probably finished Pendant Thieves. Cleaned up Spike Game if I hadn't done it. I probably wouldn't have done Green Pendant Moth. That's the one thing I would have skipped. But I kind of knew what's the Medallion. I'm like, just play it safe after that.
Yeah, I would kind of imagine that, like, when you first pulled Ether out from the big chest, we're like, we don't know what that is, and we saw it was for Myers, like, okay, that's actually required. We thought maybe like that kind of like solidified your, I'm just gonna full clear everything because I already got a really good item early.
Yeah, I 100% did. Because I was like, I mean, there's a chance Cupula did it, even though I feel like most people went to her basement there because it like risky to do it and not have it give you anything. So I'm like, my point. But yeah, if Meyer had not been Ethan Medallion, I would have been I wouldn't have felt good quite as much. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't know if TR has a medallion or not, that's my point. So I'll get up there. But, yeah. I would have felt really bad after I got the medallion if it was not required. That would have felt bad. But I could have laughed that one off. So, it is what it is. Anything else to add? All my Waffle House drive-thrus were terrible. Missed like almost every hook speed, but I bonked a little too much. But if I ignore all that, I mostly play fine. So, yeah.
Weren't your bonks like 50% in Ganon?
That is true. That is true. I was playing a little shaky. I even played bad, but I messed up a few things I prefer not to mess up. And a mode like Cast Boots, it's preferable. I don't make mistakes. It's kind of you had your 50-50s, but otherwise Cast Boots is pretty linear. So I'd rather not have to like mess up execution than have to skip stuff to make up for it. So I need to iron things out in case I make it later in the bracket. So, yeah.
Well, good luck for your game 2 tomorrow, and good luck to Scoop as well.
Thank you, Ravis. Yeah, thank you for the comms, Ravis and Clear Mouse. I appreciate it.
It was a blast. No, it was great. Thank you for. I mean, I think it was a very fun. It was a very fun time. So yeah, and best of luck tomorrow for you as well. Hopefully you'll get your 2-0 and then move on. I don't even know who you're potentially playing next, but you had to get through game 2 first. Oh, yee. Okay. Well, good luck. It's a kind of a scary opponent. But again, game 2 first before anything happens. So.
Yeah. Good, definitely so good. owned by Scrupula next few rounds. See
Yeah,
what happens.
exactly. Yeah. Oh yes, and thank you for showing us Specky Clip twice.
Oh,
I'm glad to
right.
see you didn't have to do like
Right.
all of Swamp the first time. So always glad to see the original content, right, being shown on display here.
Oh, thank you.
I think that's it for me, Ravis. Any other thoughts from you?
Nope. I think
Okay.
I'm good for today too.
Yeah,
GG's to the
cool.
runners, and thanks to you, Clemens. Thanks for
Yeah.
I think Phoenix and Princess Minu for setting up. And
Yeah,
yeah,
thank you so
looking
much.
at schedule tomorrow 11 a.m. Is a race between Magno and Lechtanzi. We have another one at 3 p.m. Mahoney versus Madcap, or the game 2 of today, Scupula with his Specks at 6 p.m. again. So if you're interested, guys, to commentate yourself, feel free to sign up. I'm sure we have the link in the chat. And yeah, that's more or less it for me, Clemos. I hope you can wrap this up, and GG's to everyone.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, to Phoenix and Princess Minute. And yeah, thanks again, Specs, Scoop. Good luck tomorrow. Ravis, thank you. Hopefully it's not too late for you. And yeah, hopefully keep your eyes on the schedule. We'll get some channels assigned, and then yeah, have a great rest of your evening.